No mistake from the Frenchman.
God, should have been the man. Yes, sir. First class flights on the
Absolutely sensational. Here comes Ward-Prowse. Loftus-Cheek takes aim.
This is Corner Flag Talk.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us once again. We're back at it again with another one of our summer breakdown episodes. This time we're doing it with the Europa League champions, Chelsea FC. To kick us off, we have myself and Virgil here as always, and the resident fan on the show this week would be Stefan Rogers. Stefan, how you going?
I'm good. Hi guys.
And Virgil, how you going?
I chill as usual.
Alright, so we're gonna really try and keep it down this time in terms of time, so we're gonna get straight into it. So, as you guys know, we're doing this on a A to F scale, and the first three categories would be transfer activity, expectation versus outcome, and manager's performance. So, to kick us off, I would say I'll start with the transfer activity. For me, I gave it a B. Reason being, you brought in Jorginho, Kepa, and Kovacic on loan, and I felt like, and when you looked at that Chelsea squad last year and you look at the system Sarri wanted to play, those were good moves. Overall, looking at it, they needed a ball playing keeper, they needed Jorginho for that passing style, and they needed a attacking midfielder to bring that goal scoring threat to the team. In terms of at that point in time of recruiting, I think those were good recruits. So they were smart recruits. On paper, they look like players that would have made sense. I think Kepa, the only letdown for me was that they allowed themselves, and I know it was because Conte left late or whatever, to be extorted on the price. I don't think he was with quite 90 million, but I understand under the circumstances that's how much they had to pay. I think I wouldn't go as far as an A, because I also think there were some small other gaps in the squad. Probably another winger even then would have been good. But on the whole, I think a B would have been a fair result. So, yep, that's my answer. So, just real quick, when I hear what you guys say. So, Steph, let me hear what you have to say.
I give it a B minus, closer to a C if anything, because I think, and I know we only going for Kepa because of how Courtois held the club at ransom last summer and just leave, and we had to find the keeper, and then we could have done a little bit better than Kovacic in my opinion. I mean, I think he's decent, but goal scoring threat, nah, I don't think he provide that historically over his career. And well, I'm not hard on Jorginho as everyone else. I think he took his time to acclimatize, and once he got accustomed to the league, I thought he played decent enough.
So yeah, I agree with it too. I think like as he acclimatized, I think especially in the second half of the season, he was much better. Virtually, I think that agree.
For the transfer activity, I'll give them a C, because they did well. They did good business, dealing with the whole quarter situation and bringing in Kepa. And he was a bit of a gamble, but as he needs everything. But he had a good record in La Liga. Mm-hmm. I find Jorginho was a good player they needed to help the midfield. The only question mark was on Kovacic. I know most Chelsea fans wasn't too sure in that signing, and I know before the season started they were saying that as okay, that this could go either way. He could either have a bad season or a good season. Mm-hmm. But looking at everybody, I know most Chelsea fans would push more for the youths to be played. And as you say, a winner could have been brought in. Yeah. So that I wouldn't really push and say anything in the range of B or anything close to A. So I'll just go for a C.
Alright, cool, that's good. So we'll go to the next category here. We have expectations versus outcomes. So I'll let Virgil take point on this. Virgil, have you heard, no?
Alright, to grade the expectation versus outcomes, I'll give that a. We grade this one? Or just going in for this?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now, well, for the expectation with outcomes, obviously started, a new manager started, and you don't know how that could go. Yeah. And we all know Sarri. Sarri was coming in with a big name from the style of football he played, which people used to say resembled Pep Guardiola. Yeah. They'll over there, so they call it Sarri ball.
You have to bring him up,
But, but I just feel like coming into the season, as Chelsea, the club that very ruthless when it comes to managers. Managers need to hit the ground running. But so I really feel when he came in, most the pressure was on him to push off and make a big impact to the club. But I just feel the expectation for Chelsea was really to secure Champions League football. Really, I don't think nobody expected them to push for the title or anything, given the strength of Liverpool, and strength in City.
Yeah.
So I feel the expectation Chelsea did on how he started the season, 18 games without defeat.
Yeah.
Coming on to the middle of the season, it was a little shaky, and then coming on to the end, he reached 2 finals.
Yeah.
He win one of them.
Yeah.
And they were 2 points better than they were last season. So I feel he met those expectations. You know. I know some fans will say that, you know, he can't push for the title. But to finish 2 and all that, I feel he met the expectations.
So what's your final grade again?
I'll give it a B.
Okay, cool. Steph, we had to say to that.
Yeah, I give him a B plus because main goal was to get in the top 4. He achieved that. Was to have a more possessive style of play at Chelsea. He did that. You know, was to score goals. That was accomplished. He got to 2 finals in his full season at a club like Chelsea, having never won anything in his career before. He do that, win 1, important one to a big one.
So you're saying
So
expectations
his expectations was to just get the club back into top 4, and he do more because he get us back into top 4 and we win Europa League. So, and then to Virgil's point, he did have them. He start off 18 undefeated. So I think he did a better job than people give him credit for. So a B plus would be good.
I agree with that.
Just for me to just touch on that real quickly, I gave him an actual A. I felt like, yes, at the start of the season they asked him to make sure that no matter what you do in terms of trying to integrate your style, make it into the Champions League. There are 2 routes to done that, and via both routes he did that in both ways. He reached the finals against the eventual Premier League champions, where a week before that he was trashed 6-0, and yet in the final itself he put up a very good fight. He beat a Spurs team in the semi-finals that people also thought that they wouldn't have beat, because even then they was going through a little rough patch, and he managed to surpass expectations from a lot of people. A lot of people thought he would have flopped straight off the bat, especially given how the transition of style he was trying to bring in. But he did manage to get his chance to play well, give Hazard his best season to date, statistically speaking, in terms of output. And I think overall it was a good season on paper for Chelsea. We're going to let Steph take point on the last one, which is manager's performance. So Steph, let me get it.
Manager performance. It's a greedy manager, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go B plus A minus kind of range because of some of the points I brought up before. You know, he integrated his style of play, like he left his fingerprint. That is the one thing Roman said when he had him. Listen, I tired of this Conte, Jose, AVB, Di Matteo style of football that Chelsea we historically had. I want this Pep kind of football, and Sarri did that. You know, Jorginho was a good signing to prove that, you know, he really had the ball moving faster than it historically did in Chelsea midfield. Where he lose a little bit of marks for me is, I guess, how he lacked rotation at first. You see, coming down into the season, he rotated a little bit more. But I think Pep told him, literally, you're only going to use 13 players from your squad. I think he take that too literal because he actually only used like 13 men at first. So that he lose a little points for me there, and as well as gaining the respect of the players. I don't know if he fully had that from the get-go. You know, you hear talks about men fed up of him, trying to get rid of him. Kepa refusing to come off in the final and all of that. Like, so he lose a little bit of points for managing, getting youths integrated until the fans basically force him to get youths integrated. But in terms of on the pitch stuff, I think he did his job, so I give him an A minus B plus kind of thing.
Alright, Virgil, we had to say to that.
And similar to as we said earlier, that what he put on for the season, and to the season on a whole, 21 wins, 9 draws, 5 losses, and well, the 2 finals that he reached. And as Rod said, he made it to the Champions League via both routes, so that was convincing. And I just felt, I don't know the reason why the dressing room wasn't really for him, because I know his English wasn't all that good. I know he couldn't really, he had a translator, I think. But I just feel for his performance, it wasn't that bad, and I just feel, as they said, he brought a new style of play, and he just turned the head of Chelsea at the moment, so now Chelsea, the club on a whole, got accustomed to this new style of football, and now you could see that he left a mark, and every manager after going to want to follow in that footstep.
And how much should I give him as a grade?
I would give him, for that, I'll give him a B+.
Okay, so for me, I had him on a B-. Like we said, as a team, they accomplished a lot, but I felt like there were a few downfalls from the manager. For me, one of the greatest managers that we would have gotten to see as a generation is Pep Guardiola. And when Pep came into the league, he was forced to adapt his style of play to the league. He kept his core principles, but managed to make some tweaks so that it was able to be played in the league. And I felt like Sarri refused to a negative point to not want to adapt to the league. I also felt that he had a little problem in wanting to integrate youth. He took very long to get players like Kovacic and Barkley out of the starting lineup and make room for ultimately who was the best choice in Loftus-Cheek. And same thing with Hudson-Odoi, it could be said. So for me, I leave all
God, should have been a man, yes sir. First class flights on the Delta, check still sitting on the dresser, yes sir. I settled for the lessons. Should have been a man, yes sir. Head down but I stay blessed up. God told me that I'm next up, yes sir.